What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Alya, this time with episode 2. It was a fun first episode again, just alongside a few other anime this season, kind of just hitting off those kind of key points to start out your kind of school romance-ish type anime. But I'm looking forward to seeing where things do develop. We've already got quite a few interesting character kind of relationships and histories between a few of the characters, so I'm looking forward to again expanding on that. Thank you guys for all the help and information about last week's episode. The fact that Alya had a sister at the school kind of completely flew over my head. I think I was kind of wondering in scenes if it was like Alya in a few scenes, and that might end up being her sister, it looks like. But yeah, looking forward to again seeing what we got to cover today. Let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. That was a pretty good impression, actually. Was that a setup? Probably. She obviously knew she was here. Yapalui. Yapoli. The thing is, like, I'm wondering, like, with her talking a different language, I do find it's usually, like, I consider it quite rude, especially when people talk about you in a different language. Obviously, someone that doesn't know another language, it's you'll never know, of course. But what is she like thinking when she's talking out loud? Like, it's weird, isn't it? I say that, like, what is she thinking when she talk? Like, people think that people that talk out loud to themselves are weird people. I personally, I'm a person that I know people don't have this. I was what everyone did, but I didn't have it till I was like an adult. But I have this kind of voice of sorts that kind of like, that's me, and it's hard to describe. But it's like a never-ending monologue, I guess. I think it's been described as, and again, I hear a fair few people don't have that. Obviously plenty of people that do as well. Again, I never had that till I became an adult and kind of matured and realized what I said kind of does affect people, and so on. Before that, I was just kind of spewing out whatever came to my mind, which is quite a scary thought. I say quite a scary thought. I was quite delinquent. But what she like again? As like someone that has that in my brain would be telling me, "Don't talk out loud. That'd be very weird." And if you heard someone talking out loud to themselves, that'd be weird. It's hard. It's hard to think about, isn't it? Like, it might be completely normal for her, but I wonder how people, other than our main character, perceive her talking to herself in Russian. Like some people find that rude, like I said. Do they think like they're talking about them and think she's like dissing them in Russian or something? I could see that being like a bit of a, I say turn off, obviously that's more in a romantic way, but like turn off as in like turn off to being friends or getting to know this woman, because she talks to herself in Russian. I think it's one of those things, like, as an audience, it doesn't really matter to us whatsoever. It might be one of those things more so for the audience than like something that will be like expanded upon or something. Again, it's not really a majorly interesting point or anything. The fact is that sometimes she lets her feelings out in Russian. Maybe she just has to let her feelings out, so she does it in Russian, of course. Again, I think it's more one of those things of like, it's super helpful to the reader or viewer, isn't it? Because we get to hear her kind of inner thoughts without actually like going into her head. As I did mention in the intro, there's like I said, there's already like an interesting kind of character relationships, aren't there? With quite a few of them having a lot of history together, which I really like. The fact that we don't just like go through that as time goes on. It's already been like kind of introduced as them having this history, so we can maybe explore that even further later on. But I quite like the way it's been set up. Marvelous president. Quite the extreme. Why not? Why wouldn't there be? Why wouldn't there be any food for him? Family already ate it. Too late? As I'm guessing what she's referring to there, but I mean, it's good on like your school CV and such. I imagine this would be like it'd be a good selling point to like a college or a university or something that you're a student council member or president or something. But it is also like an extra workload on an already pretty tough workload as a high schooler. I think there's just as many benefits not doing this as there is doing it. I used to be in a student council of sorts in my primary school. We didn't have one at high school. We had a best team, which was a team of like adults that help people with stuff. Yeah, in primary school, which was quite ironic because again I was a little bit of a delinquent kid. They put me in that role to try and help me not be such a delinquent, and I think it worked out pretty okay. I was pretty good after that during primary school, but again then I got to high school and became even more delinquent like. Someone's home. Oh, sister. It kind of looks like Fruits Basket type artwork. So is it only him and his sister here? Wait, was that a missed subtitle? What was that? Yuki Suo. She looks a lot like the girl from the student council. Well, interesting shot right there. Body press. This is pretty weird behaviour considering what she read last night. I mean, now it's just pretty weird behaviour in general. So the stuff that was said earlier about there being no dinner, I guess maybe she said that. I said maybe because the family would have read it, but it seems like they're either their parents are workaholics or like work late or something, or I imagine she inferred by that he cooks the food. Food is done when he gets home because he has to make it. Perhaps. Oh dear. I think oh shit. I was gonna say, it makes things pretty awkward if you confronted her. I don't know, maybe she was fretting over how to circumvent this situation now. Might have got herself in a tight spot. And be like, oh shit, now I can't reveal myself, but I can't stop stalking either. Do Russians have too much spicy food? I was gonna say, I think they ever. I don't think they're like totally adverse to spice as a nation, are they? I don't know. It's not the first thing I think of. And I think Russian person, but I've seen Russian people like riding bears and shit, so I feel like a little bit of spice can't hurt. Hell's Cauldron. I love those videos, like these old like Russian drunk men just like chilling with bears and shit. Like, that's the first thing I think of when I think Russian. Pond hell. Yeah, that sounds like that is spicy, doesn't it? A pond. It's the hottest one. Ugenjigoku. So I haven't had anything very spicy in a long time. I do remember one time I did eat a, I think it was a Scotch bonnet or something along those lines. It was like near 1,000,000 Scovilles or something. Friend just gave it to me at a party and I ate it, and I was very drunk, and then I had to drink a lot of milk, so I was throwing up a hell of a lot afterwards. That fucked me up big time. Everybody's listening. So I do feel like this with some like Japanese places. I feel like this in general. Like I always have that kind of inner monologue. So I'm always thinking like, I know you shouldn't think like this, but like you think about what other people like thinking about your conversations and stuff. And again, you shouldn't ever think about stuff like that. But it's just a human element that it's just like you do. Some people won't admit it, but I do. And I think especially in like Japanese like little restaurants like this, they're all so small and compact. I feel like everyone can hear what everyone else is talking about. So let's not speak about anything too kind of, especially in Japan, because again the whole kind of culture and such. But they've got quite a culture and such. Like you can't have like your phone. It's not like you can't, but they don't get their phone out or anything on like the train, and don't make too much noise. You don't smell on the train. People have deodorant and such to make you not smell, not to make you smell nice, to make you not smell. It's all about like not making people kind of not causing a ruckus or any kind of fuss whatsoever for another person, which I really quite relate to a lot. I like that about Japan. Again, I like anime a lot. I resonate with a lot of Japanese things, which is probably a reason why I like anime a lot. I imagine a lot of you guys do as well. But yeah, I've always thought about if you would go to one of these shops, again, everyone could just hear whatever the hell you're talking about. So let's not ever speak about anything too kind of dangerous. Yeah, it's like how could everyone not be listening to this conversation? To be fair, and his sister is quite strange, isn't she? She's got, I mean, I guess it's quite cute in a way. She's got seemingly like a bit of a crush or something on her brother, but like, that's like a baby thing. That's like a 7, 8, 9-year-old girl thing, right? Or you'd hope it'd be over by that age. It's also a Japanese kind of weird kink thing. I mean, I guess it's a kink thing in a lot of places, but Japan especially seems to like this kind of context, brother sister stuff. Oh, it looks nice. Oh shit. Oh, she doesn't look too affected. And just no touch under the eyes. Don't go too crazy. Oh shit. Oh, maybe she didn't handle that well. She just always looks pretty, I guess. Someone get us some milk. Doing a good job at faking being okay, to be honest. Oh, fuck off. This is like the extra dab on Hot Ones. I haven't watched that for ages. Yes, it is on purpose. We gathered that earlier, didn't we? Some kind of like rivalry. Although there shouldn't be, but some kind of like rivalry going on here. Ah, dear. Thing is, as well, Japan has quite a lot of spicy things down there. I quite like wasabi. I quite like that. Again, after that Scotch bonnet incident that I spoke about, I'm pretty damn good with spice. I was good with spice before that, but that was the most extreme thing I had. But after that, I was even better. And I like how it makes you feel in terms of it seems to just like clear you out of it. Spicy stuff. Like a cat. But like a cat if a cat was nice. Like a cat you'd see in a TV show. Never seen a reaction like that from an actual cat. So that's a big ass ice cream as well. Triple. Do it, bro. Oh, so all like around the bows is up to the sky. Got a lot of quirky behaviours, Alya has, isn't she? I guess that does add more to like what people might see as like the weird exchange student. I mean, I know she's not an exchange student. Yeah. I'd never done exchange stuff. I feel like that would have been one very scary going to a whole new country, living with a different family for a while. Yeah, I feel like that would be very weird. It'd be a good experience. That'd be quite scary. Yeah, doesn't look like they shy away from the fan service too much in this show. It's good for you guys that like that. I don't mind it as long as it doesn't impede the story too much or anything. I don't mind. Not bad. Imagine saying that to a woman. No man would ever say that to a woman unless they want to get smacked up. I don't think. Oh wow! Look at the other the other woman. Not bad. Oh, sorry, what was that? That was probably me trying to get some air in after fucking football training last night, which was an absolute horror. But like stuff like this as well. Again, I'm only many shows do this. Don't get me wrong. I talk out loud, but in this kind of instance, why is her not talking again? Very small issue here, but like logistically, like why is she talking to herself when she knows he's just outside? Like, should this not be in her head, this monologue? Like, imagine saying you just got really embarrassed about that situation before, and now out loud you're saying that the person outside is good at complimenting girls in Japanese, like he can't hear, or like no one can hear you. Again, small little logistic thing there, but I don't know, it seems a bit weird. Like, this should be an inner monologue in her head, right? So that reminds me of a t-shirt I gave a girl once that I never fucking got back. Never saw it again. I can't remember why I gave it to her, but yeah. Might need to get. She might need a reload of outfits to keep this going. That one looks quite ordinary, actually. It does show off her boobs, so imagine as a guy he'd still like it. Into the ball we go. So yeah, they can hear her outside there. Again, why would she be talking to herself in there? Like in Russian, it makes more sense. Still, I ask why. But again, that's just like a quirky thing of hers. Like again, when I brought up the stuff about her speaking out in Russian, don't get me wrong, you still find it weird. I imagine you were at school in America or England, and you just got the Russian kid in the corner talking Russian to himself. You'd be like, yeah, he's a little bit crazy. But if you think of that, it's even stranger. Like, wait, that she spoke in Japanese. Like that should have either been in her head or that should have been in Japanese. Again, very small issue. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I guess I kind of seem like I've been a stickler over it, but I'm just making a point. Like that was the logistics of that scene weren't considered too much, and they don't have to be. This is a wholesome kind of romance school anime, so who cares about that stuff? But little details like that sometimes make a big difference. You were surprised about the skirt and the outfit? He obviously doesn't know their brother and sister. But yeah, you were worried about the skirt and the outfit? What's going on here? Didn't we have a different ending last week? Am I tripping? I swear we had a different ending last week. Either way, I'll have to mute it quickly. Apologies, guys. Yeah, again, it was the cleavage. There was a lot of cleavage. The skirt was actually like a reasonably long skirt. It was like to the knees. Although I think there's like a definition between like a skirt below the knees and above, and like one being slutty and one being not, or something like that. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I swear we had like a karaoke ending or something last week, didn't we? Which I didn't like very much. So if they did change it, good job. Choo. Still got the lyrics, like a little bit of a karaoke here. She looks quite a little bit like Amelia in that shot. Yeah, I swear it was this show that. Yeah, it was the one with the karaoke ending, which I didn't enjoy that much last week, wasn't it? So I remember it having these corner bits. Much prefer this ending. I like the colour kind of setup as well. It's all very sweet and pastel and such, isn't it? So I am just going to make sure, because I don't want to seem that I'm crazy. I'm pretty sure maybe it's taken that. I've only ever seen this from Chainsaw Man, but that kind of Chainsaw Man approach of we're going to have a different ending for every episode, which is a lot to undertake, really, isn't it? Like I look back at like One Piece. One Piece doesn't have endings anymore, I don't think. But like some of the One Piece openings, for example, go on for like so many episodes. It's a lot to undertake doing multiple. Yeah, it was a different ending last week. I didn't really enjoy last week's ending, to be honest with you. But good episode today. Again, I'm glad they changed it, or seemingly going to be changing it every week. Like I said, I feel like they might just stick with this one. That first one was maybe just like a special for the first episode or something along those lines. If they do have it this quality of ending different one every week, then absolute fair play to them. But yeah, good episode today. Again, a lot of weird stuff with the sister. Not too fond of her with her all kind of cis complex thing going on. I'm very interested about this family situation, don't get me wrong. Again, the little kind of hints with things dropped earlier by certain characters saying that about the tea when they get home, for example, and things that can make you kind of maybe infer a little about their kind of situation. But hoping to see our main character actually join Alya in the student council. I think that would be really awesome. But yeah, fun episode in general today. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. We're back next week with episode 3, so I'll see you guys then, and have a good rest of your day, guys.